Alright guys, here we are today, making an Injustice gear tier list. This is only going to be including the 5-star legendary gears, so none of the 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. First up, we have the Astra Harness. This is ridiculous in online mode, probably the best gear in online mode, I would say. It doesn't do too well in other game modes, but in online mode, well, by too well, it's not the best. But in online mode, it shapes the entire meta, basically, around it. Then we have Batman Ninja Helmet. If we're talking on Batman himself, it's probably A tier on him. On Flashpoint Batman, it's probably B tier. And on, like, everyone else, it's lower. So I think I'm going to probably put it in, like, B tier. Yeah, we'll toss it in B tier. Militarized Batmobile, I know people probably think it's like the worst gear in the game, but at least it's like useful and has a niche that you can like, it's gimmicky. So I'll put it in D tier. Brandished Ninjato, on what's this, Batman Ninja Nightwing, it's so broken. I hate placing against it. But other than that, it's probably here on the other character. No, on other characters, it's like here. On Nightwings, it's higher. So I think we'll put it C tier. Yeah, that works. Fourth World Gear, tanky meta isn't that in, and it doesn't supply much in the way of offense. So I think here's the question: for the full gear sets, am I counting the gear bonuses along with them, or is it just solely with them? Because gear bonus, obviously, Fourth World set is much higher, probably like I don't know B plus, but alone probably C or Claws of Horus. I'm not that big of a fan of it, but it can be annoying sometimes when I'm facing it on online mode. Shadow's gear, it's really the only thing that does anything similar to it. Cloak of Destiny, ace here for sure, one of the best offensive gears. Amazing on guys like Luchador Bane, on guys like Earth 2 Flash, and other characters that can stun frequently. If you have a Hawk Girl, it's good on that. Some Batman run it. But I really don't like it run on Flashpoint Batman, which I see a lot of the times. I don't think it's a gear that's good for Flashpoint Batman. All right, moving on. Diablo, I think it's the worst gear in the game. There's absolutely no reason to run it. It's pretty hot garbage. Enchantress, I'm going to put it up here, honestly. I mean, it nullifies specials. I think it's just like almost I don't want to say better Claws of Horus, but it gives that nice damage boost. And it's really good in the normal mode. You can cheese it so many different things with it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can beat the game with just like Enchantress and like one or two other of these random gears, not even fully evolved, with like Elite Zero, half of the characters in the game. It's just ridiculous how good it is. Gauntlets of Azrael. Honestly, I know people love it. Everyone seems it's like the greatest gear. I really hate it. I mean, I would put it, yeah. I mean, it just doesn't give any offense. There's no reason to run it over some of the other gears. What people seem to like doing is slapping it on a character with a long special combo ender and calling them a healer. I mean, there's really only one legitimate healer. I mean, I'll probably make a separate video on that because I'm then going to doing all those things. But healers really don't exist in Injustice. Most people can just get their own self-sustain. And, I mean, if we think about it, you were just okay, the prime example is Flashpoint Deathstroke. You know, you whip out, I don't know, 2 other gears that'll boost his damage. And then this gear, which, like, he doesn't need more health. The health given to him is useless. You might as well run literally, like, LexCorp helmet or, like, anything like this. Or, like, any of the LexCorp pieces is better. And just to somewhat heal your teammates, which, I mean, if you think about it, the basic attackers, they have plenty of ways to heal themselves. Special attackers, they really don't get damaged, and if they do, they die. Tanks, they have plenty of ways to heal themselves. Like, a healer is not necessary, and all you're doing is sacrificing a third of your slots of damage output on whatever Flashpoint Deathstroke. He now basically has 1/3 of his gears that just aren't giving him any damage output, or really much in the way of defensive abilities, because like the extra bit of health doesn't help that much. Jin Gold Soda, it really only has a niche with Batman Ninja Batman when it's paired with Batman Ninja helmet. Yeah, what's the pre-evolve form? Sengoku Shogoku helmet, something like that. Honestly, I'll put it probably here, because I mean, unlike these where it's just like a random, you could find a use for it, I mean, you're not hurt by just slapping it on a character if you don't have a better gear. Because like these two, like I would honestly take some 3-star gears over them. But I mean, yeah, certain 3-star gears are definitely better than this for sure. Fourth World helmet, honestly, I put it here. The blocking's nice. The power generation is very nice. Stun on tagging, also pretty nice. It's a low B tier though, because it doesn't do anything like exceptionally well, right? Because if you wanted stun on tagging, there's like 3 different gears on here that'll do it better, right? Cloak of Destiny, these bad boys, and is there one more? I don't think there's one. Is there another? Okay, maybe I don't see another one. Fourth World Godly Mace. No, I mean, once again, it's another, like, you might as well slap it on someone because it does stuff. But I mean, just rolling into this gives more damage and is just better. I mean, you could argue the slight bit of AoE that it grants, but I mean, this gives more power generation, dot, etc. This is just superior gear. I'd probably put that there. And then Ibis Stick also up there. And you can see all the A tiers are just purely offensive items, and like the defensive items are a bit lower, except Astro Harness, because that's how the current meta basically is. Like, you don't really need any defensive items besides Astro Harness, because it's just so good, right? It doesn't matter how much health the character has. They're invulnerable for 5 seconds. 15, 10, etc., however you want to put it, but they're invulnerable. It doesn't matter if they have 1 billion health or 20 health, they're not taking any damage at all, so giving them extra tanky gears doesn't help. Killer Croc Companion, it's probably just like a worse version of the Jin Gold Soda. I mean, right? It's not as bad as those two, so I think it's, how do I want to put this? So, it's probably there. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, League of Assassins Adept. It's great for the dot, and that's basically it. It's one of those gimmicky gears, right? Because 2 of its things, you don't need the tiny bit of health of Life Train. You really don't need it. The little bit of damage, you don't need it. Like, if you're looking to do for basic attacking, like a 3-star gear is better, and especially in online mode, just whipping out the Eskrima sticks, the Ares Blade of the War God, Solomon Grundy knives are vastly superior to this. The only time it really comes in handy is in normal mode when you're facing like a 3 million health boss, right? I mean, in online mode, all the big tanky guys that you want to use this on, Blackest Night the Flash, like, that's not going to help. He's got the most health in the game, but that's not going to help at all if you counter survive. I mean, Injustice to Superman, he's immune to the first special, so it's going to be hard using that effectively on him. LexCorp, I'd probably put there, right? Crit's nice, healing's nice, got some decent defensive utility, right? Because this gives you some decent defensive utility, some healing, and offensive pressure. Well, these gears are sort of like more of one-trick ponies, right? Yeah, they only supply one thing. Well, these, I mean, these are just amazing offensive gears. And then this, you could sort of say defensive utility. This provides both. This provides both. This provides both. Yeah, these are like balanced gears. These are like hyper offensive gears. These are like hyper defensive gears, except this. And then these are just like situational gears. Situational. Yeah. LexCorp gauntlets are probably better than those, right? Crit chance on special is always great, plus the stun chance. The heals is decently noticeable, so yeah. Probably put that ahead of you. Sengoku, maybe like so. I don't know, something like that. Okay, LexCorp helmet. I really think this is a mad underrated gear. I mean, it gives one of the best defensive... If you're not counting invincibility straight up, I mean, this makes you take like no damage when blocking from specials. It's amazing. It gives crit damage boost and dot. I mean, it's just very good. I might even put it up. Nah. Okay, so what's the... Yeah, this is probably how it goes for me. Right? Somewhere around here. Although, actually, I might... Yeah, I think Heart of Darkness is possibly better than the Ibis stick. Because the power stepping dot can be really annoying sometimes. So, I mean, if you're using both of them on special 2s, right? Because if you want a special 1 damager, right, then you would run either LexCorp Gauntlets, you would run Lao Knives, you would run Cloak of Destiny, you would run stuff like that. Even Tantu Totem then, right? So this, you're never going to use it for a special 1 abuser or whatever, unless you just don't have an option. These, honestly, yeah, they're probably there. I mean, it's good, but I just think you're never going to use it over this, and it's sort of, I don't know. The issue is you're only ever really going to use it on, like, it doesn't have a true place, because it's not really good on a basic attacker, because the basic attack gears are better, like Salmon Grundy's knives just provide more damage on basic attacks and a healing. I mean, the disable specials is alright. I don't know, it's probably there. Depends on who you use it on. It could be beats. Yeah, it might be there, yeah. These are probably up there too, honestly. I mean, amazing splash damage, amazing power drain or power gain and boost. This is one of the things that just goes all in on one thing. Yeah, these are just amazing offensive weapons. Mother Box, really situational once again, like unless you're facing a Batgirl, a Razorgul Scimitar, or a Batman who gains 2 bars at the beginning of the match, then you're never going to reuse it. I mean, the Blinking in Special 2 is decent, and then the health boost is really like, why would you equip this for the health boost when you could just equip this, right? That's the whole thing. Okay, and then Necron Scythe. Ooh, it's annoying. I think I might toss it somewhere here. It's annoying, it helps, it gives some nice defensive boosts. Yeah, probably there. Overpowered Pill. This is... If it weren't for Overpowered Pill, maybe you could use Gauntlets of Azrael. But, like, it does the same heal yourself, okay? But it just makes you do a lot more damage on the basic attack. Right? So you're ending up healing yourself way more with this than with that. The only thing is, like, you heal your teammates a bit. But, I mean, there are characters that can just do this job, but better. Because it doesn't heal on specials, which is what you want. So that's why all the good team healers heal on a special, not on a basic attack, because that's useless. So this is not going in E. I just left it there. That is probably... Ooh. I don't know. Maybe it might be on the front end, right? Yeah, probably right there. And so I don't think it's as good as those, because specials are far more usable than basic attacks at the moment. Quake Engine is another one. I think, like, we just have so many great offensive boosting gears, right? That, like, the Ibis Stick and Heart of Darkness are just, like, a better version of it. So, I mean, I'd probably put it there, though. Raza Gruul's, it's situational, but it's always good situational, sort of. Like, right? Because you get the 1 bar starting power, depending on who you're with. It could be very good. It also buffs. It's very good for basic attacks as well. So if you got, like, a sort of balanced character, if you're running, like, a Jessica Cruz, this is great on her. And then sort of stuff like that. Someone who's sort of doing a bit of everything. This is good on. Honestly, ooh. This is tough. I think it's probably the best out of those, yeah. Alright, Scarecrow's Mask. I mean, probably once again there. I mean, you're not running it over like most of these items, but at least it does something. This just doesn't do anything. Soul Taker Sword. I mean, it's also just got like a weird niche, sort of, right? Good life drain. It's got the good basic attacks, but block breaker. I don't know. Maybe it's up here. Okay, Tantu Totem all the way up there. Best offensive thing in the game. It's these gears up here are just ridiculously broken. Let me just toss this guy up there while I'm at it. I mean, it just makes the game almost like unplayable because of how good they are. Like there's so much better than all the other gears in the game. It's not even funny. I mean, these just basically like grant you a power whenever you want and allow you to get off specials for free and just spam them like crazy. This is the only thing that like prevents you from instantly dying to these two, basically. All right. And yeah, if I had to go in order, I mean, depending on what we are in, it really does depend on like, I know these two are swapping depending on the situation and what character you're using. This is probably always most of the time in front, and then in most game modes Tantu Totems is better than Astro, but in online I think Astro is better than Tantu. We'll toss it there just because the majority Tantu is better. Riddler's Staff, I mean the XP gain is useless, so it basically has 2 abilities: a blink against special 1 and some health. Yeah, it's probably there. Okay, that looks to be the let me just go through this real quickly. That is not better than that. Okay, we'll toss that there. Oh, no, toss you there, toss you there. Yeah, you're probably better than that. Which is better than that. You're probably better than that, though. No, actually, no, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, supers really aren't ever used unless you're facing, like, one of the dodge people, right? What are their names? Dawn of Justice, Batman, and Rebirth Wally West. This is, I mean, it's just the worst gear in the game. It's the only gear that like really provides nothing for you. Okay, then this. Ooh, this is weird. I don't know, because a lot of these, it depends on what you're using them on, right? Are we talking like outright? What are we putting them on? Ooh, that's rough. Okay, something like that. This is rough. I mean, if we're talking like with a gear set, like, because if you put these two together, then you get a revive, and a revive is very useful. So then they'd go up to like B tier. But without it, they're not that great, solely because, I mean, why would you ever run Fourth World Mace when you can run, Heart of Darkness, Ibistic, Quake Engine, etc. And then over here, I mean, this is a situational gear. This is a weird situational gear. This is sort of another, like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This too. So it's hard to really, like, put one ahead of the other. And then these, yeah, this is probably how I'd keep them. Right? Maybe that. No, I think back like, yeah. Would rather have Ibistic or Quake Engine, Ibistic, whatever, Lao or Ibis, Lao, whatever, have Helmet, yep, Helmet. Heart of Darkness, Lexcorp, that one's close. Which one of those? Probably Enchantress. Which one of those two? Possibly Enchantress, yeah. Cloak of Destiny or Enchantress. Ooh, Cloak of Destiny. Ooh, and then, I don't know, this is the, these three, it's like almost preference, sort of. But yeah, that is all of the 5-star gears ranked. If you want me to do the 3-star gears, that'll probably be a little more difficult because I really haven't fully used all the 3-star gears to their extent. I mean, off of here, which gears have I not fully used a lot of? I mean, it's been so bad I haven't used much of that. I haven't used too much of the Batmobile recently because, like, it's only on very weird gimmicky teams. I haven't used too much of the Ninjato. I haven't used too much of That's probably it, right? I mean, yeah, that's basically it. All the other ones I've used plenty of, or at least tried out plenty of them. All right, yeah, that is actually the end of this video.